Hey everyone, welcome to another BTM screencast. Today we'll go over Chapter 3, Tools Used in Residential Wiring. Some of the objectives are to identify common electrical hand tools and their uses in the residential electrical trade, identify common specialty tools and their uses in the residential electrical trade, identify common power tools and how they're used, and list several guidelines for the care and safe use of hand, specialty, and power tools. You'll also demonstrate an understanding of the procedures for using several common hand, specialty, and power tools. When using hand tools, use the correct tool for the right job. We go over this for every trade that we do, and it's no different in electrical. Keep all cutting tools sharp. A sharp tool is a safe tool. It seems contradictory, but a dull tool is a dangerous tool. Always keep your tools clean and dry. Lubricate them when necessary, and inspect tools frequently to make sure they are in good condition. Repair damaged tools promptly and dispose of broken or damaged tools that cannot be repaired. If you have any issue with any tool, please let me know immediately so it can be taken out of service. Store tools properly when not in use. Pay attention when using tools, and wear eye protection when using hand tools. Here's some common screwdrivers that we have. So they call this a keystone tip. We also call this a flathead. Phillips head screwdriver. And these are stubby screwdrivers, just because of the length. This is a screw holding screwdriver. This is useful when you can't hold on to a screw. There's also ratcheting screwdrivers and quick rotating screwdrivers. Other common hand tools are pliers, lineman pliers, also called side cutters, used to cut cables, conductors, and small screws, form large conductors, and pull and hold conductors. Long nose or needle nose pliers, used to form small conductors to cut and to hold and pull conductors. Diagonal cutting pliers, also called dikes, used to cut cables and conductors in limited spaces. Pump pliers, often called channel locks because that is the brand, or tongue and groove plier, used to hold and tighten raceway couplings and connectors, and to hold and turn conduit and tubing. We also have cable cutter pliers, used to cut cables without distorting cable ends, can be used to cut larger conductor and cable sizes. Right here. Crimping pliers, used to crimp bare or insulated terminals and splices, used with a crimp sleeve for connecting multiple grounded conductors together and an electrical box. As a quick reminder, the vinyl handles on electrical screwdrivers and pliers are designed for comfort and to provide a secure grip. They are not designed to function as an insulator from electrical shock and are not meant to be used on live electrical equipment. Again, they're only for comfort and to provide a secure grip. Another common hand tool is the wire stripper. This one's a T-stripper. It's designed to strip insulation from several different wire sizes, both solid and stranded, without having to be adjusted for each size. And if you look on the sides here, you'll see that it has what gauge. Cable ripper, use this mostly in residential electrical work. It's used for easy removal of the outside sheathing from a non-metallic or Romex sheath cable by slitting the cable sheathing. Other common hand tools, this is a 6-in-1 tool. We won't be using those too much in this lab. There's also an electrician's knife, which it has here. Again, we really won't be using those. A hawkbill blade knife, we don't have those in lab. And a utility knife, which you should be familiar with. Other common hand tools are a tap tool. It taps holes for securing equipment to metal, enlarges existing holes, retaps damaged threads, and determines screw sizes. Again, I wouldn't worry too much about that. An adjustable or crescent wrench, Crescent was the original brand, tightens couplings and connectors, tightens pressure type wire connectors, and removes and holds nuts and bolts. In all, we've used this in carpentry as well. Starts screw holes, makes pilot holes for drilling, and marks metal. An electrician's hammer, you can see this is slightly different from a framing hammer. The head's a little smaller and the claws are a little straighter. It drives, it pulls nails, pries boxes loose, breaks wallboard or drywall, and strikes awls and chisels. Should have long, straight claws to simplify removal of electrical equipment. Other common tools: tape measure, folding rule, and a tool pouch. This tool pouch holds, organizes, and carries electrician's hand tools. They could be made of leather, canvas, or other heavy-duty materials. Some specialty tools. Here you'll see a nut driver set, tightens and loosens various sizes of nuts and bolts. A knockout punch, we will not be using in this class. A keyhole or compass saw. This one you should be familiar with from carpentry. A jab saw, same. So you can see a lot of the tools carry over. A hacksaw cuts some conduit types and cuts larger conductors and cables. Other specialty tools: efficient tape reel. This allows you to pull wires or cables through electrical conduit and pulls or pushes cables in a wall or ceiling cavities. Conduit bender, that bends electrical metallic tubing or EMT up to 1.25 inches or rigid metal conduit RMC up to 1 inch. Requires a handle to operate. Some other specialty tools, we won't be using these. For the PVC heater box or blanket. Torpedo level, which we've used before. These are around 9 inches long. Levels are plumbs, conduit equipment, and appliances. A plumb bob transfers location points from ceiling to floor or floor to ceiling. This just hangs and a string comes out. I know this is here. I'll draw a quick one. If you drop it from the ceiling, it looks kind of like this. So if this is your point up here, it'll be the same point down here. Metal and wood files. Metal files deburr conduit, sharpen tools, as well as cut and form metal. Wood files have enlarged drill holes in wooden framing and members. You'll see the difference between the metal and the wood. The wood tend to be much more coarse than what the metal are. Chisels. So here we have a wood chisel that notches wood for cables and boxes. And this one up here is a cold chisel, so that allows you to shape masonry or metal. A cable cutter, it cuts large size cables and conductors. Sledgehammer, again, we've used this previously. An electrician can use a sledgehammer to drive a ground rod into the ground at least 8 feet. A hex key set, also known as Allen wrenches. They tighten and loosen countersunk hexagonal set screws and main connector lugs. A fuse puller, it removes cartridge fuses from electrical enclosures. And we won't be using those. Torque screwdrivers and wrench. We will not be using those. Rotary armored cutter. We have one of these. If you get to the performance assessment in the lab, you will be using this. And it's used to strip the outside of sheathing from type AC and type MC cable. Other specialty tools. These are insulated tools. Now, it will be marked and designated as insulated. So this is different than your usual comfort grip. These must be used when working on live electrical equipment. Power tool safety. Always read the operator's manual that comes with every power tool. They could be different depending on manufacturer. Always use proper personal protection equipment, PPE, especially safety goggles or glasses. Keep the work area clean and well lit. Do not operate electric power tools in explosive atmospheres or near flammable liquids such as gas. Keep non-working people away from the work area. Flying debris could hurt them. This is an important piece. People who aren't working have a higher chance of becoming injured by not paying attention to what's going on. Always plug corded power tools that are grounded into properly installed grounded receptacle outlets. Double insulated corded power tools should be plugged into a correctly installed polarized receptacle. Now the difference between This one is a grounded outlet, so you'll see it'll look like that, kind of. The polarized, it doesn't have the grounding prong in the bottom, so you'll only see that. And when you have the double insulated, not only is it's noted on the tool, but double insulated electrical tools also have this. It's a square within a square, and that lets you know that tool is double insulated. Do not use power tools in wet conditions. All 120 volt corded power tools should be plugged into GFCI receptacles at a residential construction site. This is an OSHA requirement. Do not abuse the cord of a power tool. Never carry a tool by the cord, and never unplug it by yanking it out. Always grab the base of the plug. So if this is your plug, this is your cord coming out, always grab by here, not here. That's no good. If using tools outside, use an extension cord designed for outdoor use, marked WA or W. Never operate tools when you're tired or under the influence of drugs or alcohol. This poses a threat to you and to other people. Do not wear loose clothing or jewelry. Have long hair put up into a hat or tied back. Before plugging it in, switch off a power tool so when you plug it in, it's not on. Remove all chuck keys or tightening wrenches prior to turning on a power tool. Have firm footing when using power tools. Keep hands and other body parts away from all cutting edges and moving parts. Secure the material on which you are using a power tool. Use the correct tool for the correct job. Don't force a power tool. Let it do its job. Unplug a corded power tool or take out the batteries from a cordless power tool before making adjustments or changing accessories. Store power tools in dry and clean locations away from children and untrained people. Always maintain your tools with care. Do not use a damaged power tool. If you encounter one of these, let me know immediately and it will be taken out of service. Always tag damaged power tools with the do not use message until repaired or discarded. Again, this gets reported to me immediately. Some power tools, pistol grip drill. We went over this and other lessons. Some common drill bits used with the pistol grip drill. Twist bit, which we use frequently. A flat spade bit, which is both of these. Masonry bit. A bit extension, which we've used with our impacts. A step bit, which we don't need to worry about. Right angle drill. It drills holes for the installation of cables through wooden framing members, and this is much easier to use in tight spaces than a regular drill because instead of being straight like the pistol drill is, right, like this. Excellent picture, I know. The drill bit coming out, this turns at a 90 and it allows you to get into tighter spaces. Common bits used with the right angle drill, auger bit, which we use frequently, Forstner bits, which we will not be using, or a hole saw. Hammer drills are used to drill holes in masonry or concrete walls and floors. Rotary hammer drills are used when larger holes need to be drilled in masonry. So this is the one that we have, but it's a cordless one with a HEPA vac attached. Cordless drills, pistol grip drills, right angle drills, and hammer drills are available in cordless models. You can see this one here is severely outdated. We use mainly the impacts that we have and the other cordless drills. Circular saws, also known as skill saws. This was the original brand for them. They're used to cut wood products such as studs and plywood to desired sizes. They are available in a cordless model. We have one in the tool closet. Reciprocating saws, also known as sawzalls. Instead of rotating, the blades move back and forth to make a cut. They're also available in the cordless model. And when you're cutting them with wood, you can go full speed. Once you start cutting metal, reduce the speed. And that's it. Enjoy the rest of your day.